The topic assigned to me is machine-to-machine communication in healthcare development of policy guidelines. In this, I will touch briefly about some of the bullet points before coming to the policy. And regarding my organization, TEC, what is M2M projections, framework, standardization, value chain, and the international organizations working on standards. Standards means the communication standards, not the medical standards. These slides will be purely on communication and communication which will enable the healthcare technology. Communication will work as an enabling technology for the healthcare sector. This TEC in brief, it develops the standards for the telecommunication sector in India and certifies telecom equipment as per the standard in order to ensure development of world-class telecom network and smooth interconnection of individual networks and devices in the country. We prepare the standards for interconnection between various telecom service providers. TEC also provides supports to DOT on technology, spectrum and licensing issues. TEC works on the pattern of International Telecom Union. This ITU is the international body working on telecom standards, and we are having the national working groups on the pattern of working groups existing in ITU. We are having the public-private partnership working in national working groups. We are having members from the telecom service providers, international forums, various vertical groups, including the hospitals in the health working group, which has already been formed in TEC in M2M domain. So before coming to policy, let us see what is the machine-to-machine communication. Machine is a device transferring the data to another device on the wide area network. The device may be a sensor, meter, wearable health devices, smartphones, tablets. It will also work as a device. And network, it may be a wireless, wired or mixed network, and the data is being transmitted to the server. And on this data, anybody can analyze the action to be taken. Now we can see this one vertical like healthcare or vehicle automotive. It is working from devices connected to the gateway and then to communication network and to the application server. Suppose a large number of devices are being connected globally or in India in any vertical, then how the scenario will look like? There may be a large number of devices which will share the communication network, and the application will reside in the cloud. And for that, the horizontal service layer is required to be developed. And the main work is going on the international bodies for developing the horizontal service layer. This machine-to-machine projections are very important. This GSMA, that is the GSM Association, and the international bodies, they have predicted that the globally connected devices may be around 24 billion by 2020. And in India, this figure may be around 30 million. So 30 million, for 30 million devices, if they can be connected by 2020 in India, then we have to have a policy and the standards so that the data transmission is correct and there is no error. This M2M applications may be in automotive, that is the connected vehicles, like you are using GPS and GPRS, emergency calls during the accidents. In energy, smart meters and smart grid. Healthcare, we may have e-health, m-health, telemedicine, security and surveillance, intelligent buildings, smart homes, and then the smart cities. These machine-to-machine applications will make the living smart, and it will improve the quality of life. Now, what is the framework for in health monitoring? These personal connected health devices that we have listened yesterday also, that there is a number of wearable devices available in the market, and these devices can transmit the data, vital data of the patient, or one can monitor from these wearable devices the data that his health is okay or some corrective action is to be taken by him. Then use technology to collect data conveniently and securely, communicate more frequently with little manual intervention, and effectively monitor and better understand personal health data. Then the typical M2M application in healthcare, we can see the remote monitoring of patients after surgery while resting at home. As we know that the number of beds available in the hospital are very less as compared to the number of patients to be admitted in the hospital. Therefore, this solution is really required, that the patient after surgery can be shifted at his home, and the vital parameters can be transmitted from home to the hospital, and there the experts may take corrective action on the parameters available. Transmission of vital parameters of a patient from ambulance to the hospital. Nowadays, the smart ambulance is really very required. Suppose some accident happens there, the patient is being carried from the site in the ambulance to the hospital. The vital parameters of the patients along with the video of the patient is required to be transmitted to the hospital, so that the doctors may prepare for the surgery or any other action to be taken for the patient. The remote monitoring of old aged patients, these sensors are maybe built up in the bed or for monitoring the old aged patients, so that suppose there is no movement on the bed, within 15 or 30 minutes the ambulance may go to the house of the old aged patients and take care there. And this scenario is already being implemented, has been implemented in the Korea. Then remote consultation and the EICU. EICU means the number of CCUs can be monitored remotely at a particular location. This is one of the framework for health monitoring. You may see the person doing a jogging and having the wearable devices, the smart bandage, pedometer, pulse oximeter, and blood pressure. These parameters may be transmitted to the smartphone, and smartphone in the various apps may be developed, or data may be transmitted to the physician or the concerned doctor for analyzing it. This is the remote patient monitoring assisted living, and this architecture, this one has been approved by the ITU, International Telecom Union, in the focus group on machine-to-machine communication. This you can see the patients, and they are having the sensors implanted from the network, that is the body area network. We can say the NAN, and from that network the data is being transmitted to the gateways. These smartphones, tablets, PCs, or the designed gateways may be used for this work, and this data may be transmitted on the wide area network and may be sent to the servers, which may be further analyzed by the doctors. Standardization is a big activity for developing the specification and the standards in the field of machine-to-machine, and this work is going on in TEC along with the international forums, which is one M2M and the International Telecom Union. This we have formed 5 vertical groups, and health vertical is one of them. In the health vertical, we are focusing on e-health, m-health, and telemedicine, the communication standards to be utilized in these activities. These are some of the active members in health working groups. They are from the hospital sites, international forums like ITSI, Ericsson, Huawei, IT companies like SCL, NIC, TCS, Tech Mahindra, TrackMyBeat, Wipro. These are some of the active members in our health vertical formed in Telecom Engineering Center for preparing the standards and the specification for this domain. And these are some of the activities which we are doing. I think how to connect these devices, wearable devices. Wearable devices may be having the sensor networks, RFID, location-based services, and in the LAN area network, we can use Wi-Fi, Zigbee, Bluetooth, NFC, 6LoWPAN, and in the wide area network, we can use GSM, 2G, 3G, 4G, WiMAX, or wireline broadband. This IPv6 roadmap has already been issued by the Department of Telecom. In near future, all the devices are required to be IPv6 enabled along with the sensor networks. These are some of the international organizations who are working on standards. This is 1M2M. It is a very important organization which is working on preparing the standards for the horizontal service layer, which will be utilized for connecting various verticals in the cloud. This further are C and DICOM, GS1, HL7, EPSOS, and IHE and Continua. These are some of the standards, and this is a very important areas, and the ASA workers or the compounder may use these wearable devices to take the vital parameters of any patient, and these vital parameters can be collected in the tablet or the smartphone, and it may be transmitted on the broadband network, through broadband network to the WAN area network. And applications may be developed by NIC, National Informatics Center, and in their server, which may be available in the cloud and can be monitored by the doctors in the private hospitals or doctors available at the district hospital. As the connectivity in the rural area is quite poor nowadays, the teledensity is around 43%, whereas in the urban area it is more than 145%. For the rural areas, the Government of India has already approved the NOFAN project for connecting 250,000 village panchayats on optical fiber cable, and it will give 100 Mbps data link to each of the village panchayat. Out of 100 Mbps, 20 Mbps will be used for health, 20 Mbps for education. Each village panchayat will be made Wi-Fi. Then the ASA workers who are working on SMS at present, they may use GPRS facility in near future. Then policy framework, just 2 minutes. In the policy frameworks, it is very important interoperability, conformance, security and privacy of data, KYC norms, and EMF radiation norms. This, for framing the policy, DOT circulated a questionnaire. The work was started in the month of February, March this year, and all stakeholders, including the telecom service providers, associations, government organizations, hospitals, they were included, who are to form the questionnaire and probable answers. All these responses were summarized in 27 questions and the answers. And meetings are still going on with all stakeholders to streamline the policy matters. The important policy points to be addressed in the on M2M, these are the data ownership and the security. These issues are to be addressed in the policy. Issue pertaining to KYC, because the SIM may be in the smartphone, but suppose some wearable devices are being imported, then the SIM, eSIM may come with the device, and who will be the owner of that SIM, that is also required to be addressed. The M2M devices and sensors, they are supposed to be IPv6 enabled. Policy should focus on IPv6 rollout, standardization of devices and application for universal adaptability. Further, use of cloud-based services, because the data has to remain within the country. The data should not go outside the country. That is the policy of the Government of India at present. And this cloud-based applications shall be governed to the extent the cloud policy of the Government of India, which is also expected to become in near future. Guidelines for including M2M adoption in all national infrastructures projects, including roads, will need to be worked out. M2M devices need to conform with safety standards from radiation power perspective, because the sensors will reside on the body of the human. The transmission power should be minimum so that it doesn't affect the human body. M2M devices need to be certified while focusing on international standards deployment. Thank you. Thank you very much.